This video is sponsored by Envato Elements. Hey everyone, welcome back to my After Effects tutorial. Today, we are going to create this. Please note, this is only a static image. We will focus on the text animation in our upcoming tutorials. So, let's get started. Open After Effects, and create a new composition. I am calling it 3D text. As always, I am using the 1920 by 1080 resolution, at 30 frames per second. It does not matter the frame rate, and the duration in this tutorial, because we are going to work on the static image. The first step is to make the color depth to 32-bit per channel, so that it can store more color. Right here in the project window, you have this 8bpc option. It means, our project is set to 8 bits per channel color. If you click on it, it will open up a new window. Here, change the bit depth to 32 bits per channel. It will make the gradient smoother. Hit OK, and let's move to the next step. Right-click here, go to the New, and choose Max on Cinema 4D file. It will ask you to save your Cinema 4D file, so make sure to do it. After clicking on the Save button, it will open the Cinema 4D Lite. It is free, and comes pre-installed with After Effects copy. If you want to know the basic of the Cinema 4D Lite, then make sure to watch this tutorial. Now we need to do a small change in the project first. So go to the render setting. And here change the output width value to 1920, and height value to 1080. Then go to the anti-aliasing, and change the anti-aliasing to best, for making the edges smoother. Cool. Let's make our text now. Go to the spline, click and hold your mouse button on it, then go to the text, and release your mouse button. It will add this text spline in the viewport. Now, you must be thinking, that this is not the 3D text. It's not even a text right now. Just some outline of the text. Don't worry, we will use it to create the 3D text. But first, let's see how to change the text property of it. Right here in the Attributes panel, you have an option to change the property of this text. In case, this option is not available here, then make sure to select your text object. After selecting it, you can edit your text now. Also, you can change the font of it. For changing the font, click on this font list, and choose any font you want. For this tutorial, I am using this font. You can download it from the link in the description. There are a bunch of options to play with. Let's add some spacing between these letters. In the horizontal space, you can change the kerning of the letters. Just like After Effects, you have the option to play with the text alignment as well. Right now, I want my text to be aligned from the left. So I'm going with the left option. Cool. Let's make it 3D now. Go to the generator objects. Here we have these bunch of options to play with. We will cover up these options in upcoming tutorials, but for now, we will use the extrude, for making our text in 3D. Release your mouse cursor on it, and it will be applied in our layers. But the text is still looking the same. Don't worry, all we need to do, simply grab your text layer, and place it on the extrude layer. We need to make it the child of the extrude. While dragging it, you will find the arrow direction is changing from left to down. We need to drop it, when the layer is pointing downwards. It will make the text layer, a child of the extrude. And now the text will be in 3D. This is a real 3D text, you can rotate it according to your need. We still have the options for changing our text properties. And it will work real time. Every single property can be changed here. Pretty useful, right? We have a bunch of options to play with. Let's select the extrude layer in the Objects panel. And down here in the bottom, select the Object option. You can change the offset value, for making the extrude smaller, or bigger. I'm going with a value of 40 centimeters. Right next to the object, you have this caps option. It will be used to make the edges smooth. Please note, I am using the latest version of the C4D Lite, so the placement, and the name of these options, can be different in the older version. But every option will be available for you. Let's change the bevel size value to 5 centimeters. And it will make the edges round. Let's change the segment value to 5, for increasing the segments between the caps. You can play with the individual caps setting here, for achieving a different look. If you click on this separate bevel control, you can change the smoothness of the edges individually. Let's change the start bevel value to 0 centimeters. It will make the hard edges. Let's rotate the view a little, so that we can see the back of this object. Now, I'm going to increase the end bevel value to around 30 centimeters, so that you can see the difference. And here you can see, only the end bevel is smooth. Let's uncheck this option, and increase the size value to 5 centimeters. And this is how it looks now. Not bad actually. Let's see how to add some colors to it. Right now, we are focusing on basic materials, but we will make it better, in the next week. For creating new material, double-click here, and it will generate this sphere. If you double-click on it, you will have the options for changing anything in this material. This tab won't be an issue, if you are using a large display. But if you are using a small screen, every time you need to make any change, you have to place the tab in a different position, so that you can see the objects clearly. Now, I prefer this method, but for a smaller display, you can do the same from the attributes panel. Let's see how can you do it. Close this material panel, and then rename it as the text inside. Now go to the attributes panel, and change the color of your material. I am using this green color. Now grab this material from here, and drop it onto your text layer. It will be applied to your 3D object. Now, I want my edges to be in a different color. So let's make a duplicate of this material, by holding the Control, or Command key on your keyboard, and drag it to the next. I am calling it text outside. Then go to the attributes panel, and change the color to a different one. Now grab it, and place it onto the text object. And here you can see, the new material has been applied to it. But the previous material is not visible here. You can fix it very easily. Simply, select your extrude layer, and make sure to select the material, which you want to place on the edges. In my case, I am going to select the text outside material. Now go to the attributes panel. And in the selection, simply write the position of the material. These are the position tags, which you can use in the selection. Let's use the C2. My object looks the same, only the outside material has been applied to the end cap. Cool. Let's change the selection to R1, and it will be applied to the front edge. Let's move to the next step. Now go to the primitive, and choose the plane. Now change the all position values to 0 centimeters, for placing it right into the center. I am also increasing the width, and height to 4000 centimeters. So that it can cover up a large area. I want my camera angle to be isometric, so that we can see it from a different angle. For the isometric view, go to the camera, axonometric, and choose isometric. It will show the image from this angle. Now, all we need to do, is simply select your text layer, and rotate it, so that we can see it from the front. I am using the Shift key, for rotating it. And this is how it should look now. Select the Move tool, and place it a little upward, so that we can see the depth of our text object. Cool. Click on this render button, to see the final output. This is not looking that nice. I don't want this reflection on this text object, so select your material, then go to the attributes panel, and in the reflectance, you can remove it. Or simply, go to the basic, and uncheck this reflectance option. Now select the text inside material as well, and remove the reflectance from it. It will remove this fake shining effects of it. Let's select the text inside material, and make a duplicate of it. Let's call it background. Then grab it, and place it onto your text layer. And this is how it will look now. Click on the render button, and this looks better now. So this is it for today. In the next video, we will focus on creating some lights, and adding some cool materials to it. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I will see you in the next one. Till then, good luck, and peace. Design video products faster, with Envato Elements. Get unlimited download After Effects template, stock footage, fonts, music files, and web templates. Visit the Envato Elements. Check the first link in the description.